Thank you for turning to 10. Welcome to an NBC 10 special presentation celebrating this year's Community Treasure Award winners.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Patrice Wood. This year, NBC 10 started a new initiative. Each week, we recognize a person or nonprofit organization and honor them as a community treasure. You can watch these inspiring stories every Wednesday on NBC 10 News at 6. We've shined a light on close to 50 different community treasures this year who make our neighborhoods healthier, more resilient, and connected. Tonight, we're sharing some of those stories again. We're starting with a lifeline for so many people. They told me they would starve if it were not for the Pawtucket Soup Kitchen. Adrienne Marchetti and a team of volunteers serve up more than 160,000 free meals each year. Adrienne spends a majority of her time helping others.
I want them to know they are important to us and they matter. They matter to me.
You're doing a good thing, though, you know that. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
When Adrienne Marchetti pulls up to the curb in downtown Pawtucket, she's greeted like she's Mother Teresa.
Zeus! Oh my God! Where have you been?
Often suspicious of TV cameras, this time we're immediately accepted by the crowd because we're with her.
Here you go, Miss Sally.
Adrienne is the one person the hungry, the homeless, the poor can count on to be there for them 365 days a year. What would you do without her?
Starve. Serious, I'm homeless. I wouldn't eat if she wasn't here. So.
You would starve?
Yeah, I probably would.
Treating everyone with dignity. Carlos is a regular.
Hey. Better.
Adrienne knows everybody by name.
Just gotta look for John.
And for some, she might be the only person who cares if they disappear.
One of my guys didn't show up today and I'm kind of worried.
She spends most of her waking hours taking care of people.
She helps out a lot. If we need socks, stuff like that, anything, she always helps out, so.
She gets you socks?
Yep.
Who could never pay her back.
See you at dinner, okay?
Yes, you will.
She greets Ashley Gabson with a smile.
She's like my personal counselor every time I come here. Yeah, she's just a savior to everybody.
They're not bad people. They just have terrible problems and they don't know how to fix them. You know, and that's what we're supposed to be doing, helping them.
For the past 15 years, Adrienne Marchetti has been the executive director of the Pawtucket Soup Kitchen. She's been up since 5 a.m. preparing lunch, serving breakfast here in the basement of St. Joseph's Church on Walcott Street. And she'll be here at least until 7 p.m., serving dinner, applying for grants, and cleaning. For Adrienne and all of the volunteers, it's about more than serving a meal. It's about listening to their problems, connecting with them, and maybe even helping them break the cycle of homelessness. But changing a way of life isn't easy. So she does what she can, one sandwich at a time.
But it's everybody's problem, and that's what we have to understand. These folks are not going to get better by ostracizing and isolating them and making them feel less than. And wouldn't you want someone to care about you? You're welcome. I'll see you again, right?
Yeah, I'll be on here tomorrow, too.
You will? All right, okay, make sure.
The Pawtucket Soup Kitchen would welcome you as a volunteer, too. A little later, we'll tell you about another honor the Soup Kitchen has recently received. In the meantime, you can find more information on it and every community treasure we've highlighted this year on turnto10.com. Our next community treasure is a store in East Providence, but there are no price tags at Jules Hope Chest. It's a place where people who need help can find it, no questions asked. They're loading up free baby items for 25-year-old Mildred Lopez, expecting her first child. Her husband is employed, but Mildred comes to Jules Hope Chest on Waterman Avenue in East Providence to supplement as prices soar. We spoke to Mildred through a translator.
She didn't realize that it would be so expensive. Laundry soap, dish soap.
Mother of three, Maria Canil, is a regular.
But I want to know him. She gets very sad because sometimes the money just isn't enough to take care of everything.
Random little things.
That's where Julie Silva comes in.
We try to be a place where they can come and feel comfortable to ask for help and not feel ashamed.
The founder of Jules Hope Chest is following in the footsteps of her late father, Joseph Silva, who used to run toy drives. Julie still offers toys, but goes beyond that, providing items essential to childhood. Diapers, soap, toothpaste, things that people need but can't afford, or items that SNAP benefits don't cover. And this is the clothes closet. It's filled with blankets and clothing, gently used or brand new, and all free. And the Hope Chest is there in emergencies, like helping a little 7-year-old girl who was grieving.
Within a 4-week span, that little girl lost her grandfather, her mother, and her grandmother to COVID.
Here, nobody gets paid, not even the founder. Now, 13 years into her venture, Julie Silva says she still feels her father's presence.
And when I get through tough days, I can say, am I making you proud? Am I doing this right?
I'm sure he'd agree, Julie. You most certainly are. We found out about Julie's Hope Chest when it was nominated as a community treasure by one of the volunteers, Margarita Elefasides. Margarita would tell you that it's so easy to nominate a person or a group for a Community Treasure Award. We'll tell you how coming up. Next, we'll learn about Children's Friend and Service. They provide vital services and care for moms, moms-to-be, and children. And they can go anywhere they need to thanks to a mobile services van. This Children's Friend and Service mobile van offering WIC services is meeting moms right where they live. And sometimes what the employees see is heartbreaking. Lucia Santiago came across a family in crisis.
I saw a mom with her 3-year-old at the dumpster getting food from the dumpster for her to eat that day.
They were able to get her and her family help. This is like a mini doctor's office on wheels. They have basic screenings, like they can weigh a child here on this infant scale, and they have counseling and referrals. We were there when 25-year-old mom-to-be Waleska Torres had her first visit right here in the parking lot next to Blackstone Valley Health. It's on East Avenue in Pawtucket. So just tell me why you're here today.
I'm here because I need help with food for my first pregnancy.
Children's Friend was founded in Providence in 1834 as a home for abandoned and abused children. Since then, it has continuously adapted and expanded services for the most vulnerable children and families. David Caprio is president and CEO. He's been with Children's Friend for 25 years. He emphasizes the importance of the Women, Infants, and Children van and early intervention for those without transportation.
So we can come out into the community now and make sure that those kids are getting taken care of and are getting that nutrition that they need for healthy brain development.
So we do it all here, so we definitely are, I feel, a community treasure.
Children's Friend offers a long list of services and programs for families, from childhood education to family support and intervention programs. Children's Friend can even help with adoption and foster care. They're a true treasure to those in need. Now, from Children's Friend to Man's Best Friend. And this one is a gem. Callie, a certified therapy canine. She offers love, attention, no charge, although the occasional treat doesn't hurt. We caught up with Callie as she made her rounds at Hasbro Children's Hospital. Callie is eager to get to work.
She's our little ambassador.
The Australian Labradoodle, selected for her calm demeanor, splits her time between Hasbro Children's Hospital and the Cranston Police Department's Special Victims Unit. Detective Michael Iacone says Callie's success is the combination of training and instinct.
She's drawn to children or to an adult who's crying, who's sad. She knows, so she's drawn to them. And it's a little something just to cheer them up a bit.
Callie sure did that for 9-year-old Lucy Loyola, who had a tough 4 days when hospitalized with strep.
I felt kind of sad, and then when she came in, I felt like really happy.
Dr. Christine Barron, director of Hasbro's Auburn Center, was a skeptic at first, but Callie made her a believer in the power of pet therapy for patients.
They're in the hospital, it's very stressful. It's very nice to actually just have some different comfort, and it's something about a dog that can bring that to you that nobody else can.
Callie became the first certified canine therapy dog in the state 6 years ago, and it's gone so well that 8 other departments have now followed suit.
It's not going to solve all the problems, but it helps.
Canine Callie, working her magic to make stressful situations a lot more bearable.
She just loves getting pets and scratches, and she just loves people.
And if you're lucky, she'll give you a big hug. Callie was trained locally too, and she's in high demand. Callie visits nursing homes, schools, and special needs children. She also lends a paw to the Special Victims Unit at the Cranston Police Department. Coming up next in our Community Treasures special presentation, meet the local man making sure children can put their best foot forward. It's not the first time we've featured him on NBC 10. And we'll visit a natural beauty. It's been blooming in South Kingstown for 70 years. With your help, it'll keep blossoming for years to come. We'll be right back.
Community Treasures, sponsored by Navigant Credit Union and Belize Auto.
Welcome back. Now, this is a remarkable young man. He's Nicholas Lowinger of Cranston, and he's made it his mission to make sure every child who needs shoes gets them through his nonprofit, Gotta Have Soul. He explains how it all began.
It's a lot more than just a pair of shoes. It really means like opportunities.
Nicholas Lowinger's garage in Cranston is packed with thousands of brand new children's sneakers.
Those are cute.
Ready to be matched with children living in shelters. The seeds for Gotta Have Soul were planted when Nick was just 5. He went with his mother, Lori, an art therapist, to a homeless shelter. He had just gotten a brand new pair of sneakers. But when he saw what the children there were wearing, his heart sank.
I go into the shelter and I'm seeing kids running around barefoot or wearing shoes held together with duct tape.
What started out as a small bar mitzvah project has now grown into a nationwide nonprofit that has given away 125,000 pairs of shoes with help from volunteers, including Wheeler School students. The recipients' stories stay with Nick, like when a boy and his mother were escaping domestic violence.
He only could put on what he could grab as they were running out of the house, and it turned out to be his mom's winter boots. They were fur-lined.
Or a brother and sister sharing one pair of shoes. Nick made sure they all got their own, with help from shoe companies and monetary donations. And when a box arrives for a child, they not only get the shoes, but they also get socks from Bombas and a personalized card. This one says, "To Sherry, the sun rises to shine on you. Never doubt your value." Delivery day, it never gets old.
They start jumping around and running around and playing with their friends immediately. I mean, my heart is full when that happens.
I think they're absolutely amazing.
Crossroads Family Shelter Director Ashley Rogers says she can always count on Gotta Have Soul.
I can call them at 10 o'clock at night if I need to because I have a kiddo come in that needs a new pair of shoes.
By the way, this isn't the first time Nick and I have met. NBC 10 actually gave Nick a Jefferson Award when he was just 13. Not long after I brought you Nicholas's story, Kelly Clarkson took notice. She featured Nicholas and Gotta Have Soul on her show. She has a segment called What I'm Liking. Clarkson donated $1,000 to Nicholas and Gotta Have Soul. His latest fundraising campaign is underway right now. Gotta Have Soul wants to be able to help another 650 children heading into the winter months. Just a $30 donation can help a child. A new pair of shoes can do a lot for a child in need, and a warm place to sleep is just as important. And that's why we brought you the story of a group of volunteers making sure kids have a bed to sleep in. It's called Sleep in Heavenly Peace. The mission of Sleep in Heavenly Peace is simple: build beds so no child has to sleep on the floor. The volunteers from the local chapter come here to this makeshift carpentry shop in the old Apex building in Pawtucket and get to work. Some donate money, while others donate skill and manpower. Sawing and sanding, making beds for children in need. Volunteers come from all over: churches, students, anybody who's not afraid to roll up their sleeves or pick up a power tool.
It was kind of scary at first.
Juhasi Frechette, only 14 years old, got some training from Jim Hoyt.
Yeah, come back from the edge.
A winning team.
It actually is really fun. It's very fun. It makes me happy to know that I'm doing it for a good cause.
Pawtucket First Lady Laureen Grubbian.
There is such a need. We have already distributed over 100 beds.
With a waiting list of 80 and growing. And now the fun part. We're in Woonsocket, where the truck has just arrived to make one little boy very happy. Volunteers from AAA have been making deliveries all day to 20 homes. And this one is for 8-year-old Jesse James.
Put it all together for him.
And he hasn't really had a real bed for a while.
No, he hasn't had a bed for a while. It's basically been on the floor, so you know what I mean? It's not really comfortable, not the best place.
Jesse James and his little brother watch the guys assemble the bed. Add the mattress and sports bedding, and then it's time to try it out.
You're jumping on the bed.
Tell me how you feel.
Very, very excited. Great experience. It's very much a blessing to be able to do this for the families.
You happy?
Yes.
Yes. Say thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sleep in Heavenly Peace is another organization that's always looking for volunteers and taking donations. So far, they've delivered more than 160 beds to kids who need them. They say more than 100 beds, though, are still needed. You can learn more about them now on the Community Treasures page on turnto10.com. Look for it in the features section. If you'd like to nominate a person or organization for a Community Treasure Award, just scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to a nomination form. You provide your name and some contact information and tell us why the person or group you're nominating deserves to be recognized. More stories still to come. We'll be right back. This summer, we visited a hidden gem in West Greenwich, Lake Mishnock. I met devoted residents working hard to protect the lake from a dangerous threat capable of destroying it. Lake Mishnock, the picture of beauty and tranquility in West Greenwich.
There was no question there was something lighter about Abe.
Woody Allen and crew recognized that when they filmed part of Irrational Man here.
50 degrees to in August.
And fighting to protect this lake are local volunteers. They make up the Lake Mishnock Preservation Association. President Dan Albro.
It's just a beautiful lake.
The lake continues to.
He and the other volunteers have successfully managed other invasive plants for the past 20 years. But now Lake Mishnock is facing the biggest threat of all, the hydrilla, an invasive plant that can choke the life out of this lake and beyond.
We'll make a lake into a swamp in no time.
The hydrilla plant from Asia is often referred to as one of the world's worst aquatic invasive plants, damaging aquatic plants and animals by reducing oxygen levels and water flow. In a short period of time, it can grow underwater from just a few inches to 25 feet in length.
When DEM found out that we had hydrilla, they were alarmed. They're the ones that told us, hey, you've got a bad boy there. Something's got to be done.
There was a grant the first year for herbicide treatment, but they were unable to secure that money from DEM this year. This is not just a West Greenwich problem. Lake Mishnock is one of 3 natural aquifers that provide clean drinking water for the Kent County Water Authority, and the plant easily spreads. Right now, here at Mishnock, there are about 25 volunteers trying to fight this alone, and they say they need help. The volunteers say the state needs a more aggressive approach to killing hydrilla.
So I'd like to see the state get out there and create some organizations that will help us and help them help the lakes.
The volunteers right now have a GoFundMe, and you can find that link on our website, turnto10.com. In October, the Lake Mishnock Preservation Association was awarded a grant from the federal government, $30,000 spread over 2 years. The money will help the association fight off invasive plants for years to come. Just a half hour south of Lake Mishnock is another natural beauty. The Kinney Azalea Gardens were planted decades ago in South Kingstown, and now the descendants of the man who planted the first seeds are working to keep it going. At 96
Want to hold hands?
and 102 years young,
Want to hold your hand? That's being recorded.
Betty Kinney Fiala and her husband Tony Fiala still enjoy a peaceful walk through the moon gate of the Kinney Azalea Gardens off Kingstown Road in Kingston.
They're so beautiful. You want everybody to see them.
16 acres of lush gardens, countless varieties of azaleas with new colors popping out at every turn. Maybe a hop over the Troll Bridge.
When I grew up, this was just fields.
It was Betty's dad, Lorenzo Kinney Jr., who first planted azaleas here for his wife in the 1950s.
Betty's mother came from Virginia, and she missed her azaleas.
And we found those original azaleas planted by Lorenzo still blooming 70 years later for visitors to enjoy free of charge. The azalea gardens are absolutely breathtaking, but it takes a lot of money to keep this place going. For example, right now there are about 40 dead ash trees on the property that need to be brought down, and that's going to cost about $75,000. Betty and Tony's daughter, Helen Fayella Northrup, has realized that donations alone aren't going to cover all the expenses these days. So this property is now officially a 501c3 nonprofit, allowing them to take donations and apply for grants. And they're offering memberships.
We have a lot of people working hard to keep us open. But it's going to take a village. It's going to take the state.
The hardiest of azalea varieties, combined with the equally hardy Kinney spirit, promise to keep this community treasure growing.
Our goal is to stay open to the public. We just hope we can get there.
Is there a chance that you won't?
No. There is no chance that we won't.
Not long after I reported on the costly tree removal needed at the Kinney Azalea Gardens, Stanley Tree Service volunteered to help. And some of the trees have been transformed into beautiful wood carvings. Sadly, the Kinney Azalea Gardens family is also mourning the loss of Tony Fayella. He died in October at the age of 103. Coming up next on our Community Treasures special, the local chorus group that's been singing loud and proud for more than 20 years. How it has helped one local teen find her voice. And we'll visit a Rehoboth horse farm that's played a role in thousands of lives. Why a co-founder left her career behind to help others. Welcome back. The Rhode Island Children's Chorus is an amazing organization that brings happiness to so many. Its co-founder, Dr. Christine Noel, is the driving force.
Wiggle a little bit and get ready to sing.
The artistic director of the Rhode Island Children's Chorus, Dr. Christine Noel, polishes diamonds in the rough. Teaching children music skills and vocal techniques so they can perform beautiful music in concert.
Beautiful. Keep it light and sweet.
Building self-assurance with every note.
Lovely. I love to see you swaying.
Dr. Noel co-founded the Children's Chorus with Joyce Wolfe 22 years ago, improving lives on and off the stage for children across the state. 230 students now, from teenagers to the younger stars.
Say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet.
Students like 8th grader Chloe Sabak.
When I was young, I was very shy.
But Chloe did like to sing, so her parents encouraged that nervous little girl to join the chorus.
I gotta tell you, from that day up until now, she's a completely different person, and we really do owe it to Rhode Island Children's Chorus.
In this chorus, I've just gained so much confidence from it, and I've made so many new friends, and Dr. Noel is like the best.
I'm through accepting limits. And when I think about what makes a community shine, it's something that brings joy to families, builds confidence, and brings people together through something beautiful.
Something has changed within me.
Yes. It makes me so happy. I feel like I'm being like the best person I can be. And
here it comes.
The Rhode Island Children's Chorus and Dr. Christine Noel, tonight's community treasure. The Rhode Island Children's Chorus is always looking for new members. Anyone ages 7 to 18 can audition. You can find a link to the chorus website on turnto10.com. Another group of performers, the Chorus of Westerly, also makes beautiful music together. The members span generations, and the chorus has withstood the test of time. Highly trained musical professionals and talented local volunteers side by side. Ages 8 to 87, with young children held to the same high standards as the adults, performing in every concert throughout the season. Executing challenging works for Westerly and beyond. In the George Kent Performance Hall, named after the founder, the musicians give it their best in this production of The Celebration of Twelfth Night, under the direction of Andrew Howell.
Perhaps it calls out for more sweet delights. Yes.
Harvey Blanchett is the playwright and a member of the chorus.
So it's parents singing with children, singing with grandchildren. My mother was a founding member of the chorus back in 1959, as was my grandmother.
Its mission to harness the power of music to transform lives and nourish the soul of the community. The Chorus of Westerly, a true community treasure. The Chorus of Westerly has been around for 65 years, achieving new heights with each passing year. And they have dozens of performances scheduled for 2026. Just one sad note to pass along. In June of 2025, George Kent, the founder of the Westerly Chorus, passed away. He was 88 years old. George Kent served as music director for more than 50 years. From soaring voices to graceful dancers, this year we visited Ballet Rhode Island, formerly known as Festival Ballet. Here's a look at Southern New England's premier dance company. A mixture of discipline and joy fills Ballet Rhode Island on Hope Street in Providence.
So plie, coupe toes go away.
With director Kathleen Breen Combs at the helm, trying to shake the elitist image.
It's really about ballet for all and reimagining what a dance education looks like.
World-class instruction for those on the verge of becoming professional dancers. Like Adele Walden from North Carolina.
I really wanted to go somewhere that was going to give me opportunities, and not just as a dancer, but as a person, a teacher, and a choreographer.
Or maybe aiming for a role in one of Ballet Rhode Island's productions, like The Nutcracker. Emma Gaines of Barrington made the cut.
Well, I love watching the audience just brighten as they see us all perform on stage.
At just 13 years old, already on track to becoming a professional dancer. Ballet Rhode Island spreads joy beyond these walls. They're out in schools and libraries, but don't let this intimidate you. You don't even have to know how to dance. Kathleen Breen Combs has worked to make the ballet more fun and accessible. And when my photographer Otto showed an interest, it was, come on in.
You could be my partner.
Because this nonprofit is about more than doing perfect passés and pliés.
We're not just teaching dance here, we're teaching life skills.
Ballet Rhode Island, a true community treasure.
Good, that was a little painful, huh?
Ballet Rhode Island also offers adaptive classes enjoyed by children with Down syndrome. They're just one of the countless nonprofits doing work in our communities, like Greenlock Therapeutic Riding Center in Rehoboth. They believe that horses have healing powers. At Greenlock, hope and resilience make the unexpected happen for thousands of people.
I was really bored with my real job, although I was earning real money.
So 36 years ago, Edith Wisłocki gave it all up. She found a way to combine her mental health field training with her love for animals to form Greenlock Therapeutic Riding in Rehoboth.
The only thing I wanted in life was to be outside, wearing my blue jeans, and working with animals.
Along with Sheila Greenbaum, she co-founded this nonprofit equine program for children and adults with disabilities from Rhode Island and Southeastern Massachusetts. And she's seen some pretty miraculous results.
I have had 2 people that have ridden here who came, oddly enough, both with CP. And they've ended up, years later, I discovered they're both nurses.
Greenlock and its dedicated volunteers serve the physically, emotionally, or mentally challenged. During our time here, we've been watching the riders work on balance and coordination and strength, and they really do develop a special bond with the ponies and with each other.
She helps me after my best. She's a good friend to do with. Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're welcome, Elena.
Therapeutic riding students Elizabeth, riding Misty, and Elena on Cashew have been riding at Greenlock since they were little girls. Trotting, posting, doing the obstacle course, they've accomplished so much. How does that make you feel?
It feels good.
And through the decades, Greenlock has kept up with the times. Tech-savvy 4-year-old Seffi is a nonverbal client who uses an AAC communication device to call the shots.
So we go to therapy. Horse riding.
Her parents, Nick and Callie Frankel, see progress.
So we see changes in her communication for the better, her balance, her connection with animals even.
But seeing how happy she gets when she's here, it brings us a lot of joy.
At 77 years young, Edith, who says she once struggled in school, just wrote Greenlock's memoir, Tales of Horsing Around on the Trail to Success, making her dreams come true and encouraging others to do the same.
It has been rewarding, but I've had a lot of help, believe me.
This equine program is powered by donations and volunteers like you. Go to turnto10.com and we'll link you to Greenlock's website. There are more stories to share still to come on our Community Treasures special. Kids need dads. We'll meet the organization teaching men skills and giving them the support they need to be the best fathers they can be. And later, they're called Quilts of Hope, each one made with love and care, giving veterans the warm feeling that they may not have felt after their service.
Community Treasures, sponsored by Navigant Credit Union and Belize Auto.
Continuing our look back at some of the community treasures we've highlighted this year. This next one is about uplifting fathers. Wednesday nights in Warwick, fathers get together to talk about how they can be better dads. It's Father to Father, part of the Parent Support Network.
There you go. It's crazy. Pay attention. Coming here to this program, I actually learned how to be a father to my son. There you go.
Shane Pena choosing actions and a mindset for positive growth, cherishing his role as father and teacher.
Which one's yellow on that side?
To 2-year-old Josiah and 6-month-old Aaliyah.
They do the nursing program, nursing parents, so I learned a lot from nursing, how to take care of the baby, how to feed her, how to change her diaper, stuff like that. It actually changed me for who I am.
It's a role that didn't come naturally at first. After involvement with drugs, he was referred to the program by a judge.
I didn't know how to change diapers. I didn't, here babe, here you go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really feel it.
Shane immersed himself in the Parent Support Network Father to Father group. It offers parenting training on everything from nutrition to patience. Fathers can join on their own or be referred to the program by the courts or DCYF. All of the fathers who come here to the Parent Support Network want to be good dads. They just need direction and support, and they find that in the Father to Father group. Some even join the Fatherhood Policy Forum, which works to enact laws.
I had one hell of a dad. I had the best dad in the world.
Using lessons he learned from his own gospel-preaching dad, Christian Nunez leads Father to Father.
It's really fathers helping each other out, and we really facilitate that.
Stressing the importance of setting a good example.
What I tell the dads, just like Shane, and he's done a phenomenal job at doing it, and I'm so proud of him, is that what you're going through right now, what do you want your kids to learn about it?
Forging a positive path for generations to come.
That kid's more important than anything in this world. Is my kids. Wow. It's maybe teary day.
The Parent Support Network has impacted more than 300 families with programs like Father to Father. They also offer child and family services and help for those battling substance abuse. Parent Support Network holds meetings every week on Wednesdays and Thursdays. In some situations, simply having a good friend can mean the difference between success and failure for a young person. Emerge Mentoring is part of the Stone Coast Community Church. They match foster teens with caring adults. Since Connor Marr was a little boy, he's been in and out of the foster care system. Tell me what it was like growing up in foster care.
There was some good ones, and then there was some that weren't as great.
Stability was not part of his childhood. He struggled in school, but he knew he couldn't give up. And things really started to turn around for Connor, though, when he was matched with his Emerge mentor, Neil Nadeau. They'd been teamed up for nearly 3 years, having a good time, sharing life lessons and doing homework.
He's kind, he's caring, he's a good person.
At an Emerge social event, they realized they both like to cook.
You know, future events, he would be waiting outside with an apron on, ready to cook.
In 3 years, Connor has grown from a kid to a man.
Definitely has taken on more responsibility, has taken on more accountability.
The teens appreciate their mentors doing this out of the goodness of their hearts.
You know, one of the mentees said, about his mentor, he's the only person in my life that's not on a payroll.
Life is good for Connor now. He's earned his high school diploma, has a job, and is now living with his aunt and uncle. But not all of the teens have that safety net.
These guys are so starved for human relationship, like authentic ones.
John Pacelli is the director. He says the volunteers sometimes teach the teens about God and help them realize that they have value as human beings.
The young people are the treasure here, and the volunteer is reaching out and making a difference in that light by helping them see that in themselves.
Emerge Mentoring works out of a building on Fall River Avenue in Seekonk. You can make a donation by going to their website, emergementoring.com. So how do we get these ideas for these stories? We get them from you. You can nominate a person or organization for a Community Treasure Award. Scan the QR code on your screen. Just fill out the nomination form and tell us why they deserve to be recognized. Coming up, more award winners. Last month, in honor of Veterans Day, we told you about Quilts of Hope, a group of volunteers working hard to make sure military service members know their sacrifice is appreciated. Here's another look at the nonprofit. The wounds of war run deep.
Yeah, it was emotional, and it's still emotional.
Some returning home from Vietnam and advised not to wear the uniform.
Put civilian clothes on because of hatred.
But inside hut number 3, one of the original Quonset huts on the grounds of the CB Museum and Memorial Park in North Kingstown,
we can hold it this way.
a small but mighty group of women is on its own mission. A mission that would make even Rosie the Riveter proud.
We sew and we put together quilts for veterans to say thank you from a grateful nation. It's as simple as that.
Every Wednesday, women from Quilts of Hope, affiliated with the National Quilts of Valor organization, come here.
So I've just attached all these long strips together
to create works of art. And look at the quality quilts the women make, each stitch perfect and made with love. Spending about 40 hours on each one of these intricate, usually patriotic patterns that will eventually, during a ceremony, be draped on those who protect freedom. For Karen Iris, it's personal. She comes from a military family, so she knows about the suffering.
And the Vietnam vets in particular came back to disrespect.
Navy Seabee Vietnam veteran Joe Frigon still has PTSD, but it's better now.
I wear this out all the time, and I'm proud of it.
And he can attest to the healing power of the quilt.
2 of the girls that craft these quilts get up and they drape you with the quilts. It's moving, very moving.
And Lee Hardgrove, who provided comfort to others as an Army chaplain,
There were times where, the chaplain needed a chaplain.
now gets his turn as he's presented with a quilt featuring an American eagle.
It reminds me of, my service, and it reminds me that my service has been appreciated.
That's what it's all about, so that they appreciate or know that people appreciate what they did.
Veterans and those still serving are eligible. There's more information on turnto10.com if you'd like to have one made for someone you know who has served. Our final Community Treasure Award winner is a place that veterans can't say enough good things about. Lonely people make friends, homeless veterans find a place to live, and nobody goes away hungry. It's the Veterans Association of Fall River on Pine Street.
We're an amphibious carrier off the coast of Kuwait. We literally amphibiouly landed Marines.
Navy veteran Jeff Sarnecki was isolated before he discovered the Veterans Association.
At one point, like coming in here for like a half-hour day to get lunch was pretty much like, except for my cat, was pretty much the only contact I had with most people.
His story is not unique, but here the volunteers and staff can rewrite the script. The Veterans Association's Kim Wagner is that person who knows everybody's name, and their stories touch her deeply.
He's a war veteran, like he's a combat vet. How are we treating our veterans like this? It's crazy.
Recently helping a vet, his wife, and cat living outside in Seekonk.
They were living outside because they had nowhere to be, and we got them into a hotel, and they now have an apartment here in the city.
We've become the center for the veterans to just come and be veterans with other veterans.
Ken LeVake is the executive director of the independent nonprofit. He showed us the monthly food pantry stocked with meat, frozen food, and more, and a take whatever you need room. Daily lunches lovingly prepared by Heather. Tuna sandwiches on the menu today.
But other days I'll cook, or I love it. Best job.
Vets and their families can grab something out of the clothing trailer. Sign up for an excursion like this kayaking trip, or get involved in the Sheroes group for female heroes. What I love about this place is that nothing is written in stone. If a veteran has a request, they'll do everything they can to make it happen. They have peer-to-peer counseling, and friends meet for the daily coffee social, just to talk and do some good-natured ribbing. And when they sit back there and they have coffee, what are they talking about?
They're solving the world's problems, one day at a time.
And at the end of the day, they all leave feeling just a little bit better. One very popular service for the vets is getting help with their veterans' claims and other paperwork. Thank you to Robin Rigo for nominating the Veterans Association. Recently, we convened a panel of judges representing NBC 10 and our Community Treasure sponsors. The panel considered the dozens of worthy organizations that we featured this year. They selected one to receive a special $10,000 gift from Navigant Credit Union. It was a very tough decision, but we have a winner. That nonprofit is Adrian Marchetti and the Pawtucket Soup Kitchen. Adrian and dozens of volunteers feed about 400 people every day, providing 164,000 meals last year. As affordability continues to be a challenge for everyone, especially our most vulnerable neighbors, we know that the Soup Kitchen can do a lot of good with that gift. Congratulations to Adrian and all of those who give their time. All of the nonprofits that we featured have stepped up to help their communities. They're hard-working problem solvers, and I've been impressed and inspired by their kindness. This segment is so important that we're going to continue to give our Community Treasure Awards in 2026. So if you know of someone who deserves recognition, let us know. Thanks for joining us. I'm Patrice Wood. Have a great night.